not end the show before we start the show.
That was a little bit kind of. I came in. I did sort of manage to see a little bit of it.
Yeah,
and I know we're live. Hi everyone.
Hey, yeah. For now,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
take 2, take 3, take 4.
Yeah.
Let's not Kubrick this thing. Or Fincher. And I came in kind of, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in. I sort of dipped in as I am wont to do, and because I never miss a show even when I'm not on it. And I couldn't quite work out what had happened. You guys were talking about something. I'm like, whoa, what has happened? And it wasn't until afterwards I realized there were 2 shows. So it was like, oh, right. Oh, okay. Well, so what happened? Did you just press the wrong button and kill it?
Yeah, I did the end stream again. I did it with you before. I've done it. And like I said in the last week's show, I was cracking up because it's like to end stream. Like I can click the button right now, like I just did. There you go, end stream. But you have to hit, are you sure? Yeah, sure. Just don't hit that. I was like, end stream. Here we go. All right, everybody, we're going live. Here we go. We're going, here, let's start the show proper, whatever I say. I go, here's the button. Boom, okay, click. And it just goes nuts. Like I hit it twice. I'm like, yep, sure. That's what I want to do. No, that isn't what I want to do. To be fair,
there needs to even be a third one, does there?
Well, yeah, but even to start the show, I have to go over to media assets, click on the asset, and then StreamYard open. So it's double click to do the other thing too. So it's like now, and I'm just figuring that out now. So I'm kind of defending myself a little bit right now. But
hey, man,
we got a lot going on over here. But hey, it's awesome that all the listeners, watchers, whatever we call them, followers, friends, they all just jumped over. We all just laughed and just keep on going. It's like everyone's like, hey, here he goes. That's why I was like,
they take the Mickey a bit,
stupid,
and then they're fine.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm not there for a week, and it all goes to hell. Honestly, never mind.
Oh yeah. It's like John and I like. You want to read the chat? Oh, I'll read the chat. This is all before the show. I'll read the chat. You want to read the chat? I don't want to. I'll read the chat. I can never say the names right. Steve's so good at it. We sound stupid.
Oh man, he and by anyone wondering, by the way, it isn't a sort of a tag team effort. It's not,
by the way, John's not here again. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, man. John is currently sorting out his expatriation, I suppose, not repatriation. Yeah.
No, he's not expat. Yeah, he's just relocation issues.
I see. Yeah, so he's in the
by
middle
choice. By the way, that's his choice. That's the good way. You got to make sure that it's like he's
trying to sort out
to relocate,
move to Mexico at some point. Yeah. Now, mental image, right? Picture the scene. Okay, we open on a moonlit night, full moon. Okay, the Rio Grande. Okay, it's rustling in the bushes, and before you know it, 200 Mexican immigrants come running across the river, trying to get through and over the wall and into the United States. And it goes silent for about 5 seconds. And then we see John and Lydia with a sofa between them running across in the other direction. You let me in.
You're going the wrong way. How does
he know which way we're going? He's drunk.
I love with the sofa.
Yeah, between them, it's between them, a couple of plant pots on the sofa
on the top, yeah.
And this is the 6th time today.
Yeah,
it's cheaper than a U-Haul.
Yeah, just running back and forth. Oh God!
Now, what if you've got to pay a coyote to get you over? Who do you have to pay to go back? Is that an EOTech?
Oh God! Oh, Wild Booker says he missed last week. He was on vacation down in the Cape. Oh, it was a hot one. Let me tell you, it was a great one. Oh,
yeah, man. But yeah, no. So so that's why John's not here this week. But hopefully he'll be back next week, and we can have the bus bench full.
Yeah.
So how's your week been, buddy? Anyway, how's things?
Busy getting. I got another inspection tomorrow, insulation inspection on the house. So tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. Got everything. It's I'm loving it now. It's like It's so funny. I'm joking with everybody. Like, look at me. I got insulation now. No walls. No drywall yet. Can't do that yet. But I'm like, I got insulation. This is fun. So yeah, it's funny. It's like I was, we do the show Tuesday last week. So they started on Monday. They told me they would be done on Wednesday. And I was like, all right, they're going to go like gangbusters, right? So the show ended on Tuesday. I couldn't wait to get over there, see how much they did. Because on Monday, they did like, I want to say like half the job was done. So I'm like, I could totally see how they're going to be done by Wednesday. And I get out, I finish the show. I get down to the house and I'm like, they did like maybe 5% more. So I was like, huh. All right, maybe they did some stuff I didn't know they could, that you can't see, like maybe some prep stuff. I don't know, right? So then I go down Wednesday, same thing. Nope, another 5%. I was like, what is going on? And then I think it was they finally finished it all up on Thursday. I was there cleaning up because, they're like, let's rent I asked them ahead of time, do I need to rent a dumpster? Because they scrape all the walls down and stuff. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'll get you a dumpster. Dumpster's still empty. Because they came in and they hauled everything out. I was like, well, okay, could have used that information earlier. Like, but so now I'm like trying to find stuff to put in the dumpster and not like just wasting my money. But, but yeah, so they finished on Thursday and came down on Friday and just plugged a few, like the supervisor came down and he did all around all the windows and stuff. And then I've been cleaning up ever since then. It's like all the theater chairs that were in the attic, the whole attic is done. They sprayed up and over. It's awesome insulation. It's not the blown in loose stuff. This is all foam. So they sprayed on, I think I showed the pictures last week. And when it gets hot out, I'm like, I can't wait to get there and see what it's like. And from floor to floor, it's so consistent. It doesn't get hot in the attic, and it doesn't get, it's not like, like when heat comes in, all the cold, it'll push the cooler air down. So this is, it's pretty much 70 degrees throughout the house.
And is the HVAC system working as well?
Nope.
Is that kind of,
no.
Oh, wow.
It's just the house is sealed. I mean, nothing gets in or out with this foam. So you do a closed cell foam on the concrete. You could do closed cell through the whole house. It's just more expensive. But you have to do closed cell on the concrete because of the moisture issue. The rest of the house is this open cell stuff. And it's just, so when you spray it, it expands. So like I have 2x6s for my exterior walls. It expands to 12 inches. So they just scrape it down and in between.
Yeah. They should be so lucky.
Yeah. We did not rehearse that one. I don't think we have to. We don't. So between the 2x4s, we have some expansion. Okay. We're never going to get the show off the ground. So anyways, but up in the attic, they don't scrape it down. They leave it all like, so it looks like, I don't know if you saw the pictures last week.
I did.
And it looks like an igloo. It's really, and you get a higher rating too, because it's just thicker insulation. And then if I ever want to, I can always scrape it down later if I want to add walls to it, so I can get to because you can't even see the ceiling joists now, the trusses.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so every little thing, like if you could see out of the house, like the plumber left, he drilled a hole through the wall, like the size of a dime, right, to put a pipe through later or whatever. And we never did that or whatever. So on the outside of the house, there was a hole there. And inside the house, you could see out of the house. Well, now that they filled it, it's like on the outside of the house, it expanded. It came through. So I just cut it off and, just colored it over. But nothing, no air is getting through those walls. It is all, and that's the way they want it around here. They want it nice and, airtight. And you actually, your HVAC system is doing the air exchange for you. So
okay. Yeah.
I think I explained that before. So my house is going to be like hypoallergenic because it's going to be exchanging fresh air. So like You don't have pollen issues, stuff like that. It's filtering the air coming in, sending out the bad air, and it's exchanging the air. So you're not, it actually is a pretty cool system. So
yeah, so cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
Cool summer, and he's like, he saw the HVAC guy sees my stove, and he goes, you're barely gonna have to light that thing. That thing will heat this whole place, no problem, like the whole place. Never mind, I'm gonna have a wall separating me from my parents' side, right? He's like, yeah, that's you're gonna use like no energy whatsoever to heat and cool this place, and and I can see it now. It's not running, and it'll get a hot, warm day. Sunny day and the house isn't heating up. I'm like, awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, well, good. Okay. And so that's all kind of, and then moving forward, and then, it's then on you to, get on with it and do the bits you need to do, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow I'll do the inspection for the insulation and he'll clear me to start drywalling. Maybe not 100% because I still have a firewall issue because of the two because it's two family. So I'm hoping he'll be like, okay, because he already actually cleared me to do the garage, but I didn't. The installation guy is like, you don't have to do that. So I could still start with that. But I'm like, hey, can I start with the garage? And then it's only going to take me, like, if he doesn't accept my proposal tomorrow, it'll take me a few days, or whatever. But I can get started on the rest of the house. I'm hoping. So, but yeah, moving along. Just buy insulation and put it up. Buy insulation, not insulation. Sorry, drywall and put it up.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, glad. It's good. And what is it? 3 years now?
Yeah,
it is. Isn't it? It's 3. Or is
3 years since. Well, it was 3 years ago since we bought the land.
Sort of broke ground.
Ground. So it's like 3 years ago from right now, they drilled the well. Okay. And then the foundation went in 3 years from like November. And then we started framing 3 years from what will be February. Right.
Yeah, man.
So, but then you remember I started on the other property a year and a half before that.
Yeah, true.
Remember? And everything.
Yeah. Nope, I'm losing you, Deej. Hello. Hey guys, those are the chat? Is this just me or is Deej frozen? People tell me if it may be me. I'm not sure. I can't hear or see Deej. It's gone silent and frozen. Oh, the spinning wheel of doom. Well, whilst we're waiting for Deej to get back, just me, hold you. Okay. Oh no, Rich says DJ has frozen. I've got a spinning wheel of doom on the screen here. Okay, all righty. Well, look, whilst we're here, guys, I'll say hi to everyone in the chat that's in now, and then we'll or actually no, I won't, because we'll leave that to the main part of the show. That's what we normally do. So I hope everyone's okay anyway. Hope everyone's had a good week. Just whilst we're waiting for Deej to come back on, I was able to see Spider-Man, brand new day this week, which was really good. And I'm well late to the party, which is why I mention it now, because we won't get to it in the main part of the show. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was very, very cool. Actually better than I was expecting. And bear in mind, I saw it knowing all the plot developments, all the points in advance. It had all been well and truly spoiled, and yet I still enjoyed it. And I completely agree with what Deej says about this idea that it's more of a Peter Parker movie than a Spider-Man film. I think he was right when he said that. I think it's that as well. But you still get all the Spider-Man action as well. But really, really good film. And so, those that haven't seen it, I think I was the only one that hadn't. But if anyone else who is wondering about it, who hasn't seen it, I would definitely recommend it. Very cool. Rach just saying in the chat there, we'll deal with this here as well. So Rach saying, so sad to hear about Dolly Parton. Man, I thought so too. No one ever has a bad word to say about her. A thoroughly decent person, from what I understand, and someone who will be much missed. Horrible. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I think the only movie I know her from, of course, is 9 to 5. I don't know if she did any other movies, but obviously her music filtered into so many films. And of course, not least of which The Bodyguard with I Will Always Love You. She will be missed. It was horrible news, especially when it's someone that everybody universally loved. So Very cool. Just got a text from DJ a minute, guys. Bear with me a second. What does he say? Oh, lost the internet. My goodness me. Right, there we go. Hopefully that will come back. See how we get on. Rhinestone. Thanks, Steve. Right. Okay. Fair enough. I didn't see that one. I mean, it makes sense if it's called Rhinestone that she would be in that, doesn't it? Really? And of course, Steel Magnolias. Yeah, of course. Should have known that one. Haven't seen it, but I'm aware she was in it. So yeah, no, she will be definitely much missed. Nelson saying, is it your favorite Spidey movie? No, Nelson, it's not. I really did enjoy it, as I say, more than I expected to, but no, it's not my favorite. I think really, and this is an obvious answer, so apologies, because everyone's going to think, oh God, of course, it is No Way Home for me. It's the last one, only because it was the culmination of these, what we had, the 3 Tobey Maguire movies, we'd had the 2 Andrew Garfield movies, we'd had 2 Tom Holland movies, and this kind of brought them all together. So for me, No Way Home is definitely the better movie. Certainly better Spider-Man movie, should I say. But yeah, I personally wouldn't say it's my favorite one, but really did enjoy it, and I am looking forward to seeing it in the cinema room. I didn't see it in the cinema room. I saw it in a separate way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I will buy that day one. Yeah, Marcus, obviously, Marcus just saying in the chat about Dead Man's Shoes. Please, no spoilers, Marcus, okay? That's one of cinema's great endings, which we don't want spoiled, so please don't say what that is. But tell me, Marcus, what did you think of the film? What did you think of the movie? Tell me that, because, of course, I'm never certain how that movie would play to an American audience. To the Brits and to Europeans, it's a devastating film and an excellent film, but it is set up purely for, I think, a European audience. I don't think it's meant for anyone else. So I'd be curious to know how it plays in an American way. So yeah, we'll see how. Good to know what people think about it. So yeah, it is me for the time being, guys. Looks as though there's no internet where DJ is at the minute. So if you do have questions, guys, please feel free to ask. I'm here and more than happy to answer them. So yeah, but as I say, Marcus, do let me know what you think. So Steve, you've seen the alternative ending to Dead Man's Shoes. I don't think I have, Jordan, to be honest, mate. I'm not sure what it is, but again, please don't give it away on here. Okay. I jealously protect that film, and zealously project it. So yeah, I don't think I have seen it, mate, but DM me, because of course that's what we normally do. So let me know what that is and where I can see it. Yeah, good man. Well done, Marcus. It says I wouldn't dare. I really enjoyed it. Tried to chase down a disc afterward. It's weird what has happened to that film. It must have some strange distribution rights issues, because it doesn't seem to have been released on anything other than possibly DVD in the States. And I don't know why that is. It really should get a proper Blu-ray release. Maybe Second Sight will do it. But that would be very cool if they get round to that. It's such a good film, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it, because, as I said, I do wonder how that film travels, and I fear it doesn't travel terribly well. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it, which is great news. All right, so Jordan says it's on the Blu-ray. Don't worry, I won't spoil it. I've got the Blu-ray. I'll have to have a little look at that at some point then. But very cool. And as I said, and I said before, I spoke to Paddy Considine about it. I attended a screening of his film Journeyman, which is fantastic, by the way. Again, to those Americans that may not have heard of it or seen it, he's directed 2 movies. He directed Journeyman, which is about a boxer who sustains a head injury, and it's about him. Then it's a drama about him coming to terms with that and the impact on his partner and everything else. So I attended a screening of that film, which is fantastic, and he was there, and I got to meet him afterwards. I got to talk to him about Dead Man's Shoes, and he was a little bit embarrassed, I think, about it. I think he didn't quite expect me to be so excited by it and enjoy it so much, but he was a very nice guy, very gracious, and was very happy to hear what I thought of it. His other film, by the way, while we're talking Paddy Considine, because it's a bit of a stream of consciousness here, as you've probably gathered. The other film that he did was a film called Tyrannosaur, which he directed. And again, any American listeners that haven't heard of that, if you can get that, see that as well. Now, that's a difficult watch, that film. It's not about dinosaurs. Okay, it's the Tyrannosaur is a euphemism for someone else in the film, and that's a very, very tough domestic violence drama, which is incredible. And if you can find that in the US, I recommend it. Anyone in the UK, you can get it on Blu-ray. I've got it on Blu-ray. So between that and Journeyman, both of those really should be seen. They're absolutely excellent. Another text from Deej. Dialing in. Right, he's just rebooting the modem now, he says. So there we go. He should be back with us fairly soon. So again, anyone else with any questions in the chat, now's your chance. Okay, now is your chance. If you want to ask me anything, then let me know. Rachel says, watch Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman. Brilliant. It is indeed brilliant, Rach. Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to talk a little bit later today about Pressure. Well, that is if Deej gets back on. About the movie Pressure, which is coming out in theaters in the UK in September, but is available on home video in the US. And I've got a 4K disc of it, which I saw a couple of weeks back now. And that is a very, very cool follow-up to The Darkest Hour, same producers. And you can tell, and we'll talk more about it later. But I do recommend that one, Rach, when you get around to that. So, yeah, and if you're going to Orlando, you might be able to see it on the plane. So, yeah, let us know what you think about it. So what our booker says, what 4K player do you have? So I have got the Oppo UDP-203, which is the only piece, and we've talked about this before, and I don't know, Marcus, if you I'm sorry, Wild Booker, sorry. I don't know if you heard us talk about it. That's one where it's the only piece of technology I've ever bought that has appreciated in value. It's worth more now than when I bought it nearly, 9 years or so ago. So yeah, it's bizarre. It's worth way more than what I paid for it. And I absolutely love it. So touch wood, nothing ever happens to it because it's fantastic. And Greg says, if you were to make your own movie, what would it be about? Ooh, you mean aside from an action movie about John and Lydia, fleeing across the Rio Grande in the wrong direction? Yeah, don't know. Horror movie for me, obviously. I think I'll, get to play with the Evil Dead franchise. That'd be good. I'm sure I could have some fun with that. Well, what would you make, Greg? Bear in mind, I know you're an animation guy, so I'm assuming that's what you'd be into. But yeah, let me know. And Wild Booker says he's got a UB820 and a Zedo Z20 Pro. Yeah, fair play, man. Nice. Yeah. Hey, Deej. Good of you to join us, Mr. Briggs.
Yeah.
What happened?
Internet went out and just died.
What, just no reason, no lightning storms,
reason. Everything runs. All the internet runs through this room. So okay. I have everything is here, all the routers and stuff. And I was like, I'm checking all the routers, rebooting them. Like I texted you, I'm like rebooting them. And it's like, I have my old system connected here so that all my stuff runs off of that. And obviously Larissa has her stuff here, so she has her Wi-Fi off of that. None of them were working. I was trying to connect to hers, trying to connect to my I'm hardlined. As a matter of fact, let me change back to that. See, hope, cross your fingers. There we go. Yeah, I'm hardlined to it. And am I still there?
Yeah, you're still here, man. Yeah, it's right. Craig's just said, just your typical small town monopoly cable company.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He even texted me. He's like, I'm on my way home. If you want, I'll get mine up and running. He's 15 minutes from home. And I'm like, yeah, but because he's right across town now. They've moved to their local. And I'm like, yeah, I'll have this figured out before then. I hope. But yeah, so I don't know. Just a glitch because, yeah, but it's so funny because, Larissa pops her head in because she was paying attention to the show. She's watching the show and she's like, where did I see Steve? I go, we have no internet. Yeah, but I still see Steve. We have no internet. He does. I'm like, but it's like, when you're trying to problem solve and people are trying to give you hints, you're like, no. I got it. Let me work it out. It's not her. Trust me.
Let me just say, hey, Larissa. Hey.
Yeah. Oh, that was funny. Okay.
Just because I was just doing a quick Q&A, so let me just answer a couple of things here. So Jordan says, Steve, you're happy the Rings of Power is looking to be released on physical media? Yes, I am. Yeah, I am. I've still only seen the first series. I haven't seen the second one, and the first one ends on such a cool note. That I'm surprised and a bit disappointed in myself.
I saw that one too.
Yeah, so I will definitely pick them up, Jordan, and I'll look forward to watching those. Although with a certain list of movies that we've got to cover for our next little season.
My God,
I'm going to get to watch them. I don't know, because I think that's going to dominate my life between now and December.
It's a good list too.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
John and I already took one in. We'll talk about next week.
Yes, I saw. Yeah, what's right behind you, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I took that. I saw John was doing it. I'm like, oh my God, it's such a great movie. It's one of my favorites. I love that movie. Watching it, I just watched it yesterday, and I'm like, those opening scenes with him. We'll talk about it next week. But
I've got to go.
It's so me.
I want to go in order though. I'm going to go and do it in the order, and there's
there's
one I'm going to there's one I'm going to add in there. But that I think should be part of it, so I will add that in. In fact, two. In fact,
oh yeah.
But yes.
Well, what's interesting is, and we'll talk about it more as we're doing the list and getting closer and closer. But what's interesting about it is the choices that they are making. Like even that one, for it's, I don't know why we're talking like it's secret or anything like that. We're talking about Doomsday and the prep for it, and First Avenger is in there. Captain America First Avenger is on that list, which at first I found interesting, but then as you're watching it, you're like, oh, okay. Because it's like, obviously you see him in the trailer, and we know what happened at Endgame with him, and now that's bringing you back to the origin. It's like, what does that do for that? And we all had those questions at the end of Endgame. What does that mean for the timeline? What does any of that have to do? It's like all of these, it's going to be, I think Doomsday is going to take the entire MCU, turn it on its head, and make us all want to go back again and watch a whole bunch of these over again, right? Which is Endgame did that. Infinity War and Endgame did that, right? And they're going to do it again, and it's going to rejuvenate the entire franchise. I think rejuvenate it for people like us, but I think it's also a marketing scheme, a brilliant marketing scheme to get newbies to be like, what's this? And they say, oh yeah, go back and like, oh my God, imagine being like 20 years old and you're like, you didn't really watch them growing up. And now you're starting here because they were, you were just a kid, and it's like, oh, I'm not getting into that back then. And it's like, oh my God, go back and start over and just see how everything came about.
Well, within that list, I mean, I've got every single thing on that list in 4K.
Oh yeah.
The two extra ones, which are Days of Future Past and Marvels, also both in 4K as well. I've got.
Yeah.
So I haven't got to buy anything, but I haven't seen Loki season 2, so that will be a first watch for me. I've got them both in 4K, so I shall watch. One I've seen, two I haven't.
I don't know if I'll do the shows again. I'll do all the
only Loki's on that list. Yeah.
Only Loki's on the list. Yeah, only Loki. Yeah. Was Scarlet Witch on there? I thought that was too.
No. We've got
I have it. I have the list.
That's it. Yeah,
right
bring
here.
it. Yeah, I'm just looking here. Yeah, so we've got if you want to, so we've got.
I'll pull it up on the.
The only one of the shows on there is Loki. Everything else is thing, but there's a very good reason for that, because he is directly involved in the extra footage in Endgame that they're adding for the Endgame Encore, and it is very clear. And I don't think even Marvel are disputing it, that he has he's got a very big role in the opening of Doomsday. Very big role. So I think if you don't know why he is where he is, it's going to be very confusing. So I'm certainly looking forward to that. Yeah, got it there. It's in the shared folder.
Yeah, I know. And I just pulled it up over here. I'm trying to find the image on this. AD4. Huh.
You all right?
It's weird. It's not coming up on. Oh, wait a minute. Here, bang. 552. Hang on. This thing's acting weird now. There it is. Oh, let's see. There it is. Oh, it was down there.
Hiding
Yeah, really weird.
There it is. Yeah. So so I'm going to add Days of Future Past in there, and then Marvels again in its sequence. So that'll come after Doctor Strange, but before Thunderbolts. So and I think I can get those in, like X-Men 2, and Days of Future Past. I could do that in a day. I mean, Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame is going to be a proper time spent doing that. And Loki will require some time as well, of course. But the others, there's not how kind of people have been talking for a while about how Marvel's lost it and fallen off and all this kind of stuff. I don't think there is a dud in anything on that list.
No.
And whilst personally I might say Marvel's maybe the weaker of them all, I'm still really looking forward to seeing it again. And I actually, and that'll only be my second watch. I don't think there's a bad film objectively in that list. Would that be fair or not?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like we've been saying that all along. Like some are stronger than others, but you're really, if you're into comics, if you're into these movies, of course. If you're not, then you're not. They're all horrible to you, right? It's a genre that you're just not, attracted to. So this is something, but for us, it's like, that's why they're doing $1 billion. That's why people like the Spider-Man, Brand New Day isn't it? It's already over $1 billion.
2.2 billion.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, that's to do with Spider-Man, but it's also part of the MCU. It's not on this list. It's not as pertinent to to Doomsday, but you have, No Way Home is, because as we know, I mean, it has to do with the multiverse, right? A lot of these have to do with the multiverse. We can all speculate, like they're telling you watch X-Men and X2 because you're going to see them get killed off. Like people are already speculating, like what you see is like what you're going to see from them is that universe is going to get killed off because universes do die, and it's like so there's so much. I mean, Infinity War, Endgame, it's just
interesting.
There is a bad one in there.
Yeah, no Avengers: Age of Ultron.
No.
It's interesting, isn't it? Do we think that the ones that aren't on there then don't directly relate to Doomsday, or are they some of the ones Marvel would kind of rather you?
Well, I think some of these are like X-Men X2 is to get you into. They're basically saying X-Men and X2 are now part of the MCU. So go back, watch that. You're going to see how that gets incorporated in, right? Captain America, like I said, the first Avenger. That's having just watched it. I think that's about Steve Rogers' timeline issues.
Yeah, Peggy.
The Avengers is about the timeline issues because that was already played into in Infinity War and Endgame, where in Endgame he went back and they saw Steve and Tony go back to that time, right? Yeah. They didn't go back to Age of Ultron. That wasn't an issue, right? It was Age of Ultron was about the Avengers dealing with Ultron, that bad guy. There wasn't really anything with timeline in there. Loki is the introduction to the timeline issues after Endgame, right? We expanded on timeline. Yeah, the TVA. Then you have Shang-Chi. I think that's in there because the character is going to be in the movie. I don't know how much that timeline has to do with it.
I think the 10 Rings have some bearing as well, if rumors are to be believed. So they may actually have quite a central role in terms of alerting Doom to what's been going on. Because they come from an ancient power in the universe or something. There's been some mention of that.
But I also think you see the character in the trailers, right? And then I think the same thing with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. All of those characters are going to be part of this battle. Whatever. You know what I mean? Namor, the whole planet, everybody is going to get together. Same with the Captain America Brave New World situation. And then you get into Deadpool, Wolverine, that's more timeline stuff. Doctor Strange, timeline stuff. Thunderbolts, talking about you're bringing them into the team. And then the same with Fantastic Four First Steps, it's more timeline, them coming to our unit. So it's all basically, you can see how they're going to line this up. Obviously, Fantastic Four, it's like that they're the ones that bring Doctor Doom to it. They're part of that. It's part of their story. So yeah, you can really see all of that. And then everything else is like any other characters outside of these movies are in these movies.
Yeah.
Right? Then you don't need to go back and watch Iron Man. You're going to know who that is just by seeing Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, any of these, right? So, same with Hulk, Thor. You know, you don't need to do Thor in there. And it's like, you're going to get all the information you need about him, the Tesseract, all that stuff, all of the time traveling issues, stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be,
good. Good list.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. So can't wait.
But I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to add in Days of Future Past because that's, of course, them tampering with the timeline in that, which will be interesting. And then the Marvels, because the post-credit scene of the Marvels tells us how they get the X-Men characters into the MCU. And also, I do just want to see it again, to be fair, because I've only seen it once. I've had the 4K disc since its release and not seen it. I saw it on a screener. I haven't actually seen my 4K disc.
Oh,
so
really?
I'm going to add that in there as well.
Oh,
yeah, I'm looking forward to rewatching it.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a list. It is good.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's going to be fun.
So shall we start this, Deej?
Yeah, let's start it. I'm not going to hit the end button. I'm going to go over here to the media assets, and I am going to scroll down nicely to where it says StreamYard Open. That's what I labeled it, StreamYard Open. So I hit the button like this.
We are Brightside Theater.
Hey, home theater nerds. Welcome to the Brightside Home Theater Podcast, a multi-award-winning giving and receiving home theater podcast. It's all about the experiences, the sights,
the sounds,
the scenes.
There we go.
Swapping over this week.
Off and running.
Nearly forgot my line.
Show's still going.
Oh, yeah. We are rocking. We're rocking. Right. So there we go. Yeah. Hey, everyone. Hey, everybody. So we're back.
We are back. Yay. Yay. DJ press the correct button, Jordan says in the chat. Like, yay, we don't have to leave and come back to another show. Everybody can stay comfy with their feet up.
Oh, yeah. Sort of damning with faint praise, that, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Is that, yay, DJ did what he's supposed to do.
Oh, yeah. Right. Let me say hi to everyone in the chat then.
Yeah, let's get to that.
So, okay. So Dom on my list was first in, but he can't have been first because Captain AC3 had put a quote in before that. So, so I think Captain was in first. But anyway, Dom's there. Right. Hey, Dom, bonsoir. Steve Atts in the chat. Holger saying good Narbon, my friend. So, hi, Holger. He and I had exchanged a couple of tweets about a movie we'll be talking about a week after next, I'm thinking, with our season being what it is. But very, very cool movie that I started watching yesterday. Mike Piantados is in. Hey, Mike. How are you doing, buddy? We've got Rach is in. As we've said, hi, Rach. And Marcus Kuzman's in as well. Hey, Marcus. Hey, buddy. Let's see. Jordan's in. Hi, Jordan. Good to see you. And let's see who else. Oh, yes. So Side Judge is in, or Sig Judge. Said he's excited to be back watching live. Good man. Well done, Sig Judge. Well, I'm excited to be back on the show, not just watching live. But good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Wild Booker's in, as we know. Hey, Wild Booker. John Mensor's in. Hey, buddy. And Nelson's in as well. Hey, Nelson. Jane Van Gould's in. Old School Kung Fu Films is in. Hey, buddy. Not seen him for a bit, so good to see him back. Greg's in, as we know. Hey, Greg. And who else did I see? Sorry, I've just, things gone off the edge. I haven't had a chance to look.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. You'll see.
Yeah. And we've got, who else did I see? I saw a couple of.
You saw some others.
Yeah, there were some others dropped in as well. Marcus Beeves just dropped in. Yeah,
hey, chat is going strong, high numbers.
Yeah, the chat is going strong.
But yeah, so speaking of the chat and the listeners, I got a message this week, and the person's in the chat, and they know I'll keep it private though. But you get messages like that, and we've talked about it in the past. The guys, off air and stuff like that. But every week we talk about like, oh, it's hard to get to the show, it's hard to do this, it's hard to do that, right, Steve? You're like, oh, okay, I got to reschedule, I got to do this. But we do, obviously we take it seriously, and you joke about it, and our friends outside of this stuff, they don't get it. They're like, what do you mean you take it? Oh, you got a cute little podcast, you do this, you talk to people. yeah. And it's funny. It's like, but then I've got, and Steve knows what I'm talking about here, but I'll keep it private. But you get messages from our friends, our listeners, that, what the show means to them. And it's really like, it makes it all not worth it. It's hard to say. I'm having a hard time describing it, but it's like, it means as much to us as it does to you guys. And what's weird, Steve, is like we get messages like this every now and then, and it's kind of it's weird, it's sad, but it's like at the same time, it's like it takes something like that to be like, oh, you see what that means? Because I know I got a message a while back about the time length of our show and how much it means, like that we talk for 2+ hours and stuff like that, and a listener was traveling back and forth with a family member for issues, and it was like how much that means. And it was like, what? And you're like, we're doing this I'm a donkey in the basement, like I said, and it's like, but it means a lot to us just doing the show, I'm saying. And I know when you get messages like that, how much it means to the listeners too. And again, we laugh because we talk home theater and people's eyes roll over, roll back in their head like, oh, here we go. But how much passion there is for this, and to find that connection. And it is, like I said earlier, it's like our listeners, viewers, friends, whatever it is. And that's what it is, really is. And it's like you do become friends with everybody, because you're like, we all have that commonality of like, this is what we love to do. And it's funny, it came up this week. I'm listening to Rogan. I can't remember who he was talking to, but he was talking about like, people like, hey, you know what? It's like when you find a passion and you find something you're interested in, just do it. Just do it. Who cares what people think? And they were talking about different things. And I was thinking of us in home theater. And the guy Chris Williamson, I think he was talking to, who's from England, I think. And he was like, oh, does that happen? Do people make fun? Because it happens over there, he was saying. And Rogan's like, oh, yeah. People will be like, oh, you're getting to your little thing. And it's like, whatever it is. Oh, you love to do that. And people make fun of you for it. Like they're doing this. Like, oh, that's cute. You have your home theater podcast? Like, yeah, come at me. I love it. I love the people. I love this. So, but yeah, so stuff like that happens. To the listener in the chat that knows what I'm talking about this week, we are thinking about you. But yeah, it's interesting, but it's just weird because it's like, when you start out something like this, you don't think this is where it's going, right? You don't think like it's going to reach this depth of something like a little home theater donkey in his basement. Let's see what it turns into.
Yeah, man. Well, exactly. We sit down, we talk nonsense for a couple of hours and have a good time doing it. And we've talked many times about how, even us, where we have sat down at the start of a show, top of a show, a long day, rough week, not really feeling it. And then, but we do it. And before we know it, we're having a whale of a time. And at the end of it, how many times have you and I said to each other after the show, and with John as well, going, I feel so much better now. That was great. I feel really good. I needed that.
Yeah.
And it's interesting kind of how, so we do it because we need it and we want to do it and we really love it. And we do it without an audience. So to hear that it actually has resonated with someone and helped brighten their day going through a very difficult time is I mean, that's really nice to hear. But Deej, I don't know if you remember, you might remember, you might not remember, but it in November of 2021, so we're nearly 5 years ago, I sent you a DM about something that had happened to me. And it was kind of early first week of November. And on the 13th of November, which is the day you did the show, it was my birthday. Yeah. And you said, oh, look, he's had a rough week. And I don't normally say happy birthday, but I will. And that was way before the show. That was a good year or more before I joined the show. So I've had experience of it both sides. I've been doing the show and then, hopefully, helping people get something out of it. And it seems that they do, but also being someone who's a recipient of that kind of levity that's helped me in a difficult time. So I've been on both sides of it.
Yeah.
And that,
I remember that.
It's very cool that you did that then and we do it now. Yeah.
And isn't it like, it's just so like, now you're receiving it, right? You were on the other side. Now you're receiving it. And it's like, it's just so humbling. You're like, people are doing these things and they think to reach out to us, like, and say the things they say. And you're like, us? Like I said, I am a donkey and that's my perspective of myself. Right. And it's like, why me? And it's like, I get it. It's like, but I think it's not like we're doing anything great. It's the commonality that we have. It's like, hey, they think like me. We have the same ideas. We don't agree on the same equipment or we don't agree on the same designs, but we're like, we love talking about this stuff. So it's like, that's it. And it's like, that's with anything, right? Like, I mean, it's the same with me and the hockey guys, or it's the same with anything. You're into cars. You love talking to those people. It's like, you're just dying when you get excited, like Paul Hurt texted me some stuff that he's on a job right now. Like he texted us early. You're doing this stuff and you're so excited about it. And you just want to tell somebody. And now we have that, and we just happen to be an outlet for that.
Yep.
And then when people are in their most difficult times, I think they're, as or anybody, like you're just reaching out for like, I don't want to think of the difficult stuff right now. I want you just want to reach out to that one, that good, and be like, okay, hey, just thinking of you. And it's like, it's just, it is. It's humbling, but it's cool.
Yeah,
really
and,
cool.
And for our part, we love doing this. We know we do because we don't get paid for it.
No,
so we have to love it. But it's
imagine if we
love.
did. No. But right. Michael in the chat saying, "Don't ever stop doing this." It's like, to be fair, everybody here, and Steve and I and John and everybody here, we were all doing this before this existed, right? We were just doing it, and now we have where it's not going to stop. It's like, hopefully, it just as long as I can do it, we'll be airing it, but yeah, so
never stop, never stopping.
Nope. And if anybody that knows me privately knows how stubborn I am. So
there you go. Well, and anyone that knows me knows that I'll be talking about this stuff if I was just in a room on my own.
Yeah. And that's, like
which
I said,
is where I am when I'm usually watching this stuff. So it's all good.
Exactly.
No, man, all right. We do, it is cool. And again, anything I think in life that because life can be tough and we go through some really difficult crap and it has ever been thus, but it also seems to be kind of, more difficult than ever. We are under pressure. There's a lot going on. And I think anything that helps as a release valve to that is a good thing, as long as you're not hurting anyone else and you're not causing suffering to anybody. Yeah. If if it's a positive thing and you're putting positivity out in the world and that helps people, then that's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing. And and again, we enjoy this just as much as it seems like other people do as well. And it's awesome. So very cool. Very cool.
Absolutely. So yep. Yeah, thinking of you, buddy.
Ooh. Yeah, man. All the best, man. Yeah.
So all right.
I see the picture. And this has got a question with it as well, Deej.
Yeah, I see. That's the one picture that I added. But do we want to start with? What do we want to start with?
Shouldn't we start with our season?
That's what I have.
Yeah, let's do that.
That is what I'm thinking. Let me see. Cancel. What's your image?
I've got an image of the thing. It's got a big white writing, the name of it, and then it's a kind of turquoisey colors around it. It is there. You'll see it there. With
it's
P. Beginning
white
with P.
writing.
Yeah, it's got a kind of turquoise thing there. You've got the two characters above.
Oh, right here. Duh. How can I not see that?
I didn't like to say.
I'm like, how do I miss that?
Yeah,
you're like the white writing that says. on my, but it was further up on my screen, so I had to scroll to find it.
I was going to say, how could you miss it? It's quite large, but I think that's just going to cause all kinds of double entendre.
Well,
issues.
it hadn't expanded to 12 inches yet. That's all.
Well,
so here we go.
I'm not folding anything in half. Right.
No pressure, Steve. No pressure.
No, but,
oh, wait. There is pressure.
There is pressure. All right. So, okay. So this is our ever ongoing WW11 season.
I love that.
I'm never going to get bored of that joke, and I've used it loads of times.
It's not even a joke. It's real.
Yeah, quite. Yeah. True. Yeah. So, pressure. Now, obviously, previously on the Brightside Home Theatre podcast, just so everybody kind of knows where we are in our little season. So we did Darkest Hour. That was our first one, wasn't it? We did Dunkirk, and this is kind of in a time zone thing. So we did Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and then we shoot forward now to Pressure. So we've done the evacuation, the D-Day, the Dunkirk evacuations, and now we shoot forward a few years where they are now planning to invade Europe and to come back. Oh, and we did Operation Mincemeat as well. Sorry, apologies. Yeah. And now we're in June 5th, 1944, or are we? For Pressure. Mm-hmm. So story goes then, and I was aware of this before. The Eisenhower quote at the end of this movie is one I had heard before, and so this is a movie then where we have Andrew Lincoln, who's second there, who is a meteorologist in the British Army or Navy, I think. Now that I think about it, but anyway, in the military, all right, and he is playing Lieutenant Colonel Stagg, who is brought in to advise the Allies in terms of, and specifically Allied command. So that's Brendan Fraser playing Dwight D. Eisenhower, to advise them about what the weather's going to be like on the anticipated D-Day, because if they get the weather wrong, the whole thing could flounder before it even begins.
Oh, yeah.
And this is an incredibly taut story about the pressure being brought to bear, both air pressure and stress pressure brought to bear on Lieutenant Stagg to get this right, even though the Allied command don't want the answers he's giving them. And it is a fascinating story and an excellent movie. And unfortunately, those in the UK and in Europe, bizarrely, because this is a working title movie, that's a production company based in the UK. It's a British film, and it's still not out here. It doesn't come out in theaters here until next month, September. Oh, wow. But it's been out in the US. It's been out on Kaleidoscope for a while, and it dropped in 4K disc. And I imported the disc because I wasn't about to wait. Oh. So I had it imported. It arrived. It's a Universal movie in the US, although it's produced by Working Title, and it's in 4K UHD and in Dolby Atmos. So I loved the movie. I really did enjoy this film. It's riveting. I had figured out, by the way, that it's based on a play, because it's very stagey. You know, the whole thing kind of takes place in a couple of rooms. And I thought to myself, yeah, this is a play. You know, this idea of everyone around a table and people walking in and walking out. And this is a play. And sure enough, it is based on a stage play. Okay. So I'd figured that out. And when I saw it at the end based on a play by, I was like, oh, right, fine. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. But it's riveting. I mean, it's really, really good. Brendan Fraser's fantastic as Eisenhower. Oh. Damian Lewis is awesome as Monty, General Montgomery. And then, of course, we have Andrew Scott as Stagg, who is just this fantastically particular and pernickety and stubborn, that word again, awkward so-and-so, who knows he's better than anyone else and is trying to just assume it. And I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
You thought he was just trying to assume it?
I think the idea is he is just like, I'm better than you. I know it, and it's just a case of how long it's going to take you to realize it.
No, see, that's why I couldn't wait to talk to you about this, or anybody really about this, because like I watched it again. Obviously, I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, or like over a month ago, I think, when it came out. I think it was back in May or June. And I have like anybody from New England has an interesting perspective on this, because watching it a second time, I thought it the first time, but even more so the second time in that it's what this is based off of. Oh, they're Stag and what is it, Monty? They're facing off against each other.
Yeah.
Monty isn't used to what I would consider like New England weather or the weather like they were dealing with there, that it's unpredictable. That's the thing about New England is like, so to me, everything in this movie was just like, yeah, that's common sense. It's not like that. I thought like the whole world was like, it's weather's unpredictable, right?
Yeah.
But
then in certain regions it is, not everywhere.
Yes, but yeah,
Places,
exactly.
yes.
And as I grew up, I knew like San Diego, for instance, is very consistent. It's like 75 to 85 all the time and sunny. It never rains here. It never does that, whatever it is, right? And that's kind of what happened here with these two characters. So I didn't think for a second that he was assuming like, hey, look, I'm in charge. I know everything. Because every time he said, you're wrong, he was 100%. He was just backing it up with facts, not like you can't go off of history. And like, as he says to him as he says to Eisenhower, like he got lucky. And Eisenhower's like, I like lucky. Well, yeah, but you're asking for something. And basically it's like, I'm going to tell you that it's not how it works. You don't just get to say, I want good weather for that day. Okay, let me look at it. Yeah, I can give it to you. You're not giving me anything. This is what's going to happen. And that's the battle here. We're not really spoiling anything with this if you haven't seen it.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just that turmoil between the two. And it's like he was literally trying to back everything up he was saying with facts. And even when Eisenhower would look at Stag and go, are you sure? And he goes, no, I'm not sure. I can't guarantee you what I'm saying, but I know I can't guarantee what he's saying. And that was the difference. So that's why I don't think for a second that he was assuming he was right, because through the entire thing, he was saying, I might be wrong. But the other guy was saying, no, he was giving 100%. Monty was giving 100%. It's going to be sunny. And he's like, you can't say that. And that's where that battle came from.
Yeah, I think it's the certainty of his. I know that you are not correct, is what I took from it. And he's very, very, regimented.
It's not that he's saying you're not correct. He's saying you can't guarantee you're correct. Is the problem, and he was guaranteeing it. He's like, I'm telling you, go. It's gonna be a beautiful day. And what?
Yeah. Well, indeed. No, but it's so well done. I mean, you can't take your eyes off this. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I certainly look forward to watching it again. And it is from the producers of Darkest Hour, which will become relevant in a minute. So, awesome film. Awesome. And if you can only see it in theaters, go see it in theaters. You know, if that's all you can do it, then fine. My advice is import the disc. Don't wait. You know, over this side of the pond anyway. Don't wait for a sunny day. Import it.
Just get wait for a gap in a storm and fit this right in there. It's perfect.
Done. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Now, okay, now we might
doesn't have to be large. Just you're looking for a gap to slide it right in there.
Yeah, long enough to get in there. Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, I am going nowhere near that. Where's John when we need him? Oh, sorry.
I don't need
across
him
the Rio Grande. Yeah. Is he on the TV yet, do you think, or has he still got the sofa? All right, so people like on the audio only thinking, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
That go onto YouTube and see the audio part of the show. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sorry about the shorter audio show. We had some serious technical difficulties in the YouTube version. That's why. So with the audio, people are like, what happened here? So yeah.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
Now, I think there might be some disagreement about the home theater side of it, though, Deej.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah. Okay. So, Darkest Hour. So again, and this is why I say it's from the producers of Darkest Hour. So, Darkest Hour was reference video and audio. It is a thing of beauty.
Yes.
And you and I both agreed 100%.
Oh, absolutely.
No issues. So. And I remember you saying you were very, very, very impressed with this.
I was.
At least that's how I remembered it. Yeah.
Yes.
So when I put the disc in, it came with certain expectations, unfortunately, of course.
Correct.
So I'm thinking Darkest Hour, Darkest Hour. Here we go. It's the producers of Darkest Hour. Deej said it was great. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, I got to stop you right there. I got to stop you right there because I agree with you 100. I know what you're going to say, and I agree with you 100%. Because when I talked about this back in May or June, I raved about it. And I still, I stand firm at everything. I said that. Stand firm at everything I said back then because it is accurate. It is a great audio track. It is great visuals. But I saw this before I saw Darkest Hour, right?
Okay.
Having seen it again, because I loved it. I loved Pressure back when I saw it. I was like, this is unbelievable. And then you see Darkest Hour and you're like, this does not compare to Darkest Hour. It is awesome. But it doesn't compare to it. I agree 100%. Was thinking while I was watching it, I was like, this isn't as good as I thought it was. But it doesn't mean it's bad, right?
No, absolutely.
And it's like Nelson's in the chat and Nelson in the chat saying the sound and soundtrack was fantastic and decided to watch Private Ryan after watching this. But it's Darkest Hour is just that much better, right?
Yeah. Okay,
it's like
good.
But this one here, they do use the audio to tell the story. It is part of it. There is some ticking going on, the thunder, the bass. It is still a great soundtrack, but I've already spoken my piece about that. But go ahead, Steve. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I am very glad to hear that, Deej. Okay, and I think that along with what you've just said, which I agree with entirely, also Wild Booker, I think this sums up what I'm about to say. So Wild Booker says it's not reference, but the story sucked me in.
Yeah.
I, in a nutshell, agree with that. So, okay, so the video is awesome. It's really, really nice, but it's not as consistently three-dimensional, as ludicrously detailed as Darkest Hour is. There is some it'll be digital grain because it will have been shot digitally. So there is some digital grain. There is some softness here and there in this, which must be intentional. I suspect it's diffused deliberately. This does not give you the absolutely razor sharp detail that Darkest Hour does, and you don't get the interplay of light and dark like that. It's very, very good looking, and in fact it's a 185, of course, so it fills your screen. And what I do like is the opening shots kind of floating through the clouds are beautiful. They're lovely. It's really three-dimensional, looks great. And I thought, oh, okay, right, we're in for some awesomeness here. But then very quickly I realized I actually think this is trying to give the movie some texture. I think the video on this is very deliberately trying to evoke a film shot at that time, whereas Darkest Hour doesn't bother with any of that. Darkest Hour is giving you the absolute, nuts, bee's knees. It's giving you everything. Whereas I think this is trying to provide a texture, like as if you're watching a movie shot back then. Not quite on technology they had back then, but to try and use the visuals to give you that sense of old-timey events. Not ridiculously so, but I think there is a bit of that in there. So it's not as sharp, it's not as consistent as Darkest Hour, but it is very, very good. And I didn't watch this and think, oh, that's rubbish. I watched it thinking it's just not as good as Darkest Hour. Which is wrong, I know, but you can't help it when you've just seen that. So that's the first thing. Now, and I would say the same with the audio. Now, I do really like the audio in this. I love the montage of all the different weather reports coming in and all the voices moving around the screen. That's great. And they do that a couple of times. And I really like that. And that's when I started to think, oh, okay, right. And again,
what was the codec you had?
Atmos.
Oh, it was? Okay. I didn't have
Atmos.
Atmos. I had DTS 5.1, and I thought it was great.
Let me triple check that. I'm 99% sure that's what it was. I'm just bringing up my comments. Yeah, Atmos. Yeah, it is Atmos.
Yeah. So, I had DTS 5.1, and I thought it was incredible. Upmixed, of course. And still the same thing, like you said, that the weather reports coming in, and and really even nice. Later on when they did the audio of like they're calling out like go or hold or all of the switchboard running. It's like all of that audio was great. Used the room, right? Obviously the thunder that they had, that was fantastic.
It's really well done.
Carl Ellsworth, buddy, you're gonna love it. I said that. I think I said that back in June. But
it does roll in. But what was interesting, and I think we're going to, and it's funny that Nelson says, he decided to watch Private Ryan after this. So there is a sequence in this. It's not going to be a spoiler because it's in that image, and in any event, it's in the trailer. So you do get a Omaha Beach Dog Green sector landing sequence, which to me, and I think that it looked, and this of course would not have been in the play, at least not in the same sort of way, but to me it was like B-roll footage from Private Ryan. It's like these are the offcuts, this is the bits that we didn't put in. I don't think that was necessary. I could have done without that, but also because it suffers in comparison to Ryan as well.
Didn't they use some real footage though? I thought I saw on like IMDb, like some of that footage was real. Like like them getting off the boats, like lowering into the smaller boats from the ships. Some of that was real. I swear I read that some of that was actual footage that they were doing, and they wove that into some of the you're right, because here's the thing. What was interesting is Jordan says in the chat, and I was thinking we're basically saying the same thing when we talked about Darkest Hour, and now we're talking Pressure. And Jordan saying in the chat, he says, I tend to watch these types of films more for the story. Don't get me wrong, though. It's awesome when the presentation is great as well. What's interesting, though, is we are raving about, well, obviously, Darkest Hour, and we said that about Darkest Hour at the time, and now Pressure. These aren't action movies. These are dramas.
Yeah.
And to your point, like I didn't know it watching the movie, but now having seen it twice and you mentioning it's based off a play. So you're seeing a filmed version of a play. And now that you say that, I'm like, oh man, set pieces, everything. It's all falling into place for me.
Yeah.
These are dramas and they're using, and it's like don't for a second sleep on this and go, oh, I'll just watch it in my living room. I'll cuddle up, while I'm eating my dinner. No, get in your theater. These both deserve it because picture, sound, everything. And to your point about the picture of like, it's shot like kind of like mincemeat in a way that it's like it's looking like the time, right? And it's like, but this is a drama. Forrest Gump is more of an action movie than these movies, right? It's like these are dramas, and they are. The score on both of these, and today we're talking Pressure, the score is unreal. The bass that comes in, telling you, setting that pressure for you. Literally the bass in this movie, I'm thinking about how the bass pressurizes your room. I'm like, are the sound designers using that? Because the bass, everything about it, the presence of Eisenhower, that pressure. It's like his voice, the booming, him yelling, the slamming the book, oh my God. I thought the detail was amazing audio-wise. The piano playing, remember the detail on that and him walking in the room. It's all there. And these are dramas we're talking about. And it's like, we're not talking, Deadpool, Wolverine action explosions. We're talking, these are dramas. And then, it's like Saving Private Ryan is an action movie. That is pure Spielberg action at the beginning. It's great. It's all that. This isn't about that. And to compare this to that in the opening, you're right. It doesn't compare, but it's a completely different type of movie.
But it's it's odd because it does look like B-roll. It looks, I don't think it's necessary because it does suffer in comparison to Ryan. And also though it almost took me out of the film. I'm kind of thinking, well, like it's almost at times it's shot for shot from Ryan as well. And
well, you can only storm a beach so many ways, Steve.
Well, yeah, but when you've got the panning shot of the machine guns, and you've got the kind of, and then and then it kind of the rack focus to them coming off the craft. It's like literally, it's almost like Psycho. It's like the Gus Van Sant one. It's shot for shot. It's just weird. So that was a slight misstep for me. And it doesn't sound anything like The Power of Ryan. I mean, I know that soundtrack so well so that was a bit odd as well.
But this is a movie about the weather.
True. Oh yeah.
Right. And it's like, I don't think I think they wanted to get some shots of D-Day, right? And get that in there. So it's not like you have to, obviously we know what happened on D-Day, especially as home theater fans. It's like we've seen private, but you didn't want to make that a prerequisite, right? So it to your point, this was a play. here we are, like all the set pieces are taking place in that building.
Yeah.
Right. So it's going to look like B-roll because that's not where this movie's taking place.
Yeah.
They're all observers of this movie, of all their actions. Like we got B-roll. We got, as viewers of this movie, we got B-roll. Imagine being in that room where they're all just staring at speakers, waiting to see what happened. And I think that's what they're trying to give you. Spielberg's trying to put you on the beach.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to do that. They're trying to give you the feel of being in that room and everything that led up to D-Day and the decisions and the pressure that's on Eisenhower because of past mistakes. And all of it really had nothing to do with the B-roll. They were just giving you that so you could see what they're thinking. We were getting to see the B-roll. They weren't even getting that.
But I think there is a more taut, tense story if we stay in that room and we don't go to the beach. We don't go to Omaha Beach. We actually don't leave there. And all you get are the radio reports coming in.
Yeah.
You may not even be able to hear them clearly, but they're there.
Right.
That, I think, would have been more tense. And I suspect, I don't know, haven't seen the play, but I suspect that in that theater, that's the way they play it. You know, it's like, right, those characters stare out into the audience and it's quiet until you hear that radio chatter coming in.
I wouldn't be surprised. How interesting would it be if you found out like the play has the characters all doing their thing on one side of the stage, but on the other side of the stage was a screen and they showed what's going on. The characters never look back at the screen. The characters are staring at like the switchboard and all the speakers, right? And then we as a viewer, they could have set that up the same way in the play, like, this is what's going on. You know what I did find interesting and the viewers, listeners, friends, whatever, when you see this movie, you haven't seen it already. Well, what's the actor's name that was in, he plays I think he's like a British general or whatever, but he's in charge of the troops and he's the one.
Damian Lewis.
Is that
Montgomery, General Montgomery? Yeah. Damian Lewis.
Okay. Yeah. And he won.
The one he has a big problem with, who is in charge of the landing and he's actually in charge of the troops. Yeah, it's Damian
on
Lewis.
D-Day, right? Through the entire thing, he's all uniformed up and tight and everything. And this. On D-Day, he's in a sweater.
Yeah. He is.
He literally, like, check that. That has to be a purpose. Like, he had to have been like, he's like got a cup of coffee, looking at the thing, like, my boys are going to take care of it. He's relaxing. It's all, you know what I mean? Like, his confidence in his guys in the Armada, he's like, yeah, we're going to get it. He's just watching. I thought that was like, you'd think on that day they would be all like up and dressed just like their troops. Nope. He's in like a nice pullover.
I've done all I can do.
Yeah. He goes, hey, all our work was up until now. It's up to them.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Well, what's confusing about that for me was that there is another actor in that scene. The guy that's got a mustache and he's kind of highly pitched as he speaks. Can't think of his name. Now, a series I watched recently is called SAS Rogue Heroes, and there's 3 seasons of it, and I watched it recently. And in that series, that actor plays Montgomery in that series, and he's in this, but he's not playing Montgomery. He's next to Montgomery, being played by Damian Lewis. So that was a bit confusing. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. This absolutely needs to be purchased by everybody and anyone. Oh. My advice: if you've got a decent home theater, forget waiting for cinemas in Europe. Import it. Watch it and enjoy it, because it is stagey, but it does need to be seen in a theater, in your own home theater. As long as you've got a decent setup, you'll love it. It's a no-brainer in terms of a movie. Buy. I thought it was great, and I'm looking forward to watching it again. But as I said, it does suffer a bit in comparison to Darkest Hour in terms of the home theater, and
a lot of movies suffer compared to Darkest Hour.
Yeah, true. That is true. Yeah, well, indeed. I mean, quite. I think that's fair. And we're going to talk as we reach the end of our little season, week after next. Then there will also can be some talk about the ultimate portrayal of certain real life characters. Gary Oldman is the perfect Churchill.
Oh my God.
And the last film we're going to talk about, we have the perfect someone else.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's very, very good. This is the movie I watched yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is awesome. I mean, it's a really good film. I'm so glad I didn't wait, and I'm so glad I got to see it for the first time in my cinema rather than waiting to see it in a commercial theater, with all the messing around and everything else. I'm really, really pleased. So
had you heard before this? Had you ever heard of this story?
Yes, I had, because
I'm
wary of giving away the last quote that it comes up on screen.
Yeah,
I had heard that quote from Eisenhower before.
Okay.
Now, don't tell me when. I couldn't tell you when, but
Right.
I have heard that phrase, and I heard that quote, and I was aware of there being something miraculous on D-Day in terms of the weather. Similar, by the way, to Dunkirk. Same sort of thing, because it is right. The British Channel is notoriously changeable. British weather, Northern Europe weather is notoriously changeable. And you can have 4 seasons in one day, to quote the song, right? And that absolutely can happen. And I was aware of it being miraculous that on the D-Day and Dunkirk evacuations, that the water was smooth, which is very rare, because that would have scuttled most of those little crafts. All right. So, and I was also aware that on D-Day itself, miraculously, that the weather kind of was calm, and I'd read about it, so I was aware of it, but not the detail of it, obviously. But I was certainly aware that of that quote, and that we got lucky, as it were.
We got
great story. Great story.
It's a great story. It's like, and it'll have you. It had me, anyways. Like when D-Day is. Right, going into the movie, you're like, "Oh, it's about and then they start talking. You start seeing the planning, and they're throwing dates around. I'm like, I thought I knew when D-Day was. Wait, what?
Yeah, which is what it's supposed to do.
And you're checking, you're googling multiple times. Like, okay, then now they're gone. They're not. They go go. Okay, it did happen on this date, right? Okay,
did Spielberg get this wrong?
Did everybody?
Was there a time change?
Yeah, I was like,
did I have it wrong?
Yeah. So I had never heard the story, and it's funny the quote you don't want to reference it's an American quote. It's like you knew it, I didn't know.
Yeah, I had heard that quote. What I didn't know about, though, Deej, and was a real surprise to me, and again, as it kind of started, I'm thinking, did that what? I wasn't aware there was a rehearsal, and that the rehearsal was a gigantic failure.
I didn't either,
and a fatal failure. That I did not know. That was completely new to me. I'd never heard of that. I had always assumed.
It's not one you're really going to talk about a lot.
well, yeah, but but I'm surprised that I'd never read about that. I'd never heard about that, and especially the fact that it was a gigantic failure that was laid at the feet of Eisenhower. I had no idea of that at all. That was new, and I remember thinking as I was watching it, really, like, no, that's not. I kept expecting the people to stand up. I thought it was a rehearsal, like they were literally like you pretend to be. And then it was only like when he then gives his speech later in the film that you realize, that was a spectacular failure. I didn't know. I did not know that. That was a new thing on me. Had you heard of that? Did you know that they rehearsed it?
No, I didn't. I knew at the beginning of the movie that it was real. I had assumed that I'm like, no, that was, I got that. It didn't take the speech later. But when you understand even that, it's like adds to the pressure. And it's like, but it also, I think it's, it points out the, what it takes to pull that off, like what D-Day was. Like, this is just one movie. This is one movie about one aspect of the planning. And, obviously it's the weather part of it. We don't go into the other rooms that they're dealing with. It's not, even that is just, there's just so much to it that, it's like the biggest, like they say, it's the biggest armada ever put together, and all
the logistics are mind blowing.
And they're like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and it's like, and to have what you see, how it came together on the day that it came together, and the timing and the way it really is like, if you're a religious person, you could say like this, it was meant to be, and that, the heavens opened up for this, and it literally was. It's really fascinating. And these are, and you could say, you look at it, if you're a religious person, you can look at it that way, but the facts are the facts. It literally be like, I was there when the Red Sea parted, I'm like, it's a fact. It's kind of what happened here. And you're like, wow. And but then to see it, it's just, and then people arguing about it, and just like the future, like it's fascinating.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Jay Van Gool says, I need to get this on Blu-ray. Jay, 4K Blu-ray, mate. 4K.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Not just Blu-ray, get the 4K disc, import it if you have to, buddy. It's awesome. So really, really good. Such a good film. Highly recommended.
Yeah.
But like I said, and it may be, if you haven't seen Darkest Hour and you watch this first, as Deej did, you may well be more bowled over with it than I was in terms of the home theater side of it. It's really, really good. Just not reference comparison to other things. Isn't. But
and like when and again, but I do think for a drama, you'll be bowled over. It's definitely don't sleep on this. For a drama, this is awesome. This beats out some action movies we've talked about. So
yeah, it does. I wonder whether this will. I don't think it'll feature in the Oscar buzz, because they tend to be kind of looking at the bigger movies. But I think once the BAFTAs roll around, the British Academy of Film and Televisual Arts, it might feature in there. It deserves to. Andrew Scott and Brendan Fraser both deserve some love in this for how they do what they do. They're really, really good at it. So awesome.
Yep, great, as Tony the Tiger would say.
What a season we are having of these WW11 movies.
Well, yes, it's the other part is like we're getting some stories you didn't know. I didn't know Mincemeat.
I know, well, indeed, not before I saw it the first time. And this, I knew something about it, but certainly not all the background and the detail. So very cool, very cool. But so next week, because we have spilled this, so next week it's the daddy that is Saving Private Ryan. Then the week after that will be Der Untergang. I hope I'm saying that right.
I've never reviewed the entirety of Private Ryan on the show. I reviewed it. I did just the opening 20. I did that a breakdown of that back when I was doing the show by myself. Because that's a show unto itself.
Yeah, well, it is. I think and I mean this with in a jocular and friendly way, and respectful way. I think you've forgotten just how much keeps going in Ryan. It is absolutely not just the first 20 minutes, if you know what I mean. The whole film is a demo. The whole movie, and the ending as well, is the whole ending sequence does rival the Omaha Beach bit. It's awesome. And I say that having not watched it recently, but I've seen the 4K disc and seen the Blu-ray tons of times. So I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised as to how overall a good experience it is.
Pleasantly surprised in what I've forgotten. Basically,
what you said.
It's not like it's like, well, I think Black Hawk Down's like that too. It's like Black Hawk Down doesn't have the beach scene. It doesn't have it. Not many movies have that scene that you'd be like, oh my God. I mean, that's even if you go to if you think about like Heat and the shootout at the end of Heat, right? You go to that now and you're like, it doesn't really live up to what it was back then. It's still a great scene. And it plays to the movie, but Private Ryan, that opening scene, that's if you can sit through it, if you can have a friend over and be like, check this out, push play. And, even the way it leads into it at the opening of Private Ryan, right? Where you don't just go right to the beach, you start present and you go back. And it's like, they set you up for that beach scene. And you're like, oh boy.
I tried watching it on Memorial Day or whatever it was in 1998, and when the lights came up, I realized that there were a load of veterans in uniform sat at the back of the theater, many of whom, you were talking senior citizens, most if not all of whom were crying. That was an incredible experience. That was Boston in 98, and then literally we must have got in early because I didn't see them come in. Lights went down. afterwards got up, walked
Yeah.
out, and there were 2-3 rows of veterans, all uniform capped,
Yeah.
who were in tears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That one. Yeah. It was. I mean that's when I did that scene. It was during, I think it was a Memorial Day week of Memorial Day or something like that one year when I was doing the show myself, and same thing. But yeah, that Dunkirk, the veterans on that were like, yep, it was actually louder than they remembered that day. I remember hearing that, but yeah, so but yeah, next week will be a banger.
Yeah, a banger
of a show.
And then, as I say, the Untergang the week after, which literally means the downfall. Because I reported the German 4K disc, which I've not quite finished, but I'm nearly there. And oh boy.
And we actually have another World War II movie John and I have just incorporated in, part of the MCU.
Fair enough, yeah.
Its accuracy to World War XI is probably more accurate to World War XI than it is to World War II.
Yeah, true that. No, I'm looking forward to watching that again as well. But yeah, very, very good. Is there anything in the comics? I mean, I don't know if you read Captain America in the comics, but is there anything in the comics about him on D-Day? Do you see him storming the beach with the shield and taking out Nazis
John,
left and right?
I want to say that there are comics like that. John is obviously would be more of the authority than I would, but if I remember correctly, there are, if it's not D-Day, but there are comics where he meets up with Wolverine, and it might be D-Day. They were on the beach together. There's different comics throughout the history of Captain America and then Wolverine, because Wolverine was around for that. And so it's
he fought in the Civil
the
War,
Allied
didn't he,
forces. It wasn't, so, but yes, I do believe so. You can ask John that.
Yeah. How have Marvel not given us that scene in the MCU? Bear in mind, now you say, you could well say, well, is it disrespectful? And, you shouldn't really go near that. But look at X-Men. How does X-Men begin? With concentration camp and Magneto and the Holocaust.
But I think it has more to do with characters availability, to the rights character availability to the time.
Got him now.
Yeah, I know. But that's the thing. And that's why you have like Deadpool, Wolverine doing their thing. And it's like at the time, like I remember when they did Iron Man, I remember hearing the stories of like Samuel Jackson had a whole bunch of lines that he did, but when they shot that end scene to Iron Man, they didn't know what characters they were going to allow to speak of. And he had mentioned, like, you think you're the only one? We got wall crawlers. We've got that. He mentioned it. And he had mentioned people without saying their names, but he had mentioned the X-Men in one line. He had mentioned Spider-Man. He had mentioned all this stuff. But then the scene we see is like, I think it's just, did you think we were the only one? And I think that's all we hear. But yeah, they had a lot of that stuff. So
Captain America, Wolverine, D-Day, Omaha Beach. Just take my money. I'll have a film of that, please. MCU.
Well,
let's do that.
I feel like it would shorten the whole battle. You have the two. He comes through with his shield. Wolverine doesn't care. He just gets shot and keeps on going. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, there's no battle. It's like,
Oh man, but Wolverine slicing Nazis left and right.
Yeah. Could be Wolverine, like you said, with his brother too. They could both be running right up the beach with Captain America coming through and Wonder Woman on the other side. You got a crossover with DC.
Batman,
well, Batman didn't exist at the time. He's still mortal, but
Batman's dad. Oh man, dad of Batman, Thomas Wayne, dad. The first Batman. Take my that. Now that's a film.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Let's have that. Yeah. Right, you've sold me on it, Deej. And if it's not in the comics, it should be.
I know there's definitely World War II stuff. I just have to know. Yeah, John will be able to speak to that.
The cover with Captain America punching Hitler. I've seen that. That was kind of one of the original ones, wasn't it? But how cool would it be to see a movie of, say, Wolverine and Cap on D-Day? Right, there we go. That's me. Done. What ifs? Can we have a what if episode?
There you go.
That, please.
They have that.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got? What do you want to do next?
Well, do you want to do the in theaters now and also out of theaters?
Oh yeah. Is it already out?
I'll explain that one.
Oh, okay.
It's done both.
Oh yeah, we have it right here. I already have it loaded up, ready to go. Here we go. Nope, wrong one.
Yeah, because there is a question amongst this as well. So yeah, this is worth doing. Okay, alrighty. So this then, ladies and gents, boys and girls, is the new Jason Statham, but there's somehow the same Jason Statham movie, Mutiny, which is kind of, it dropped. It says there August 21st, so last weekend, or did it? Because it did drop that day, but also for a magical period of time. I think it was 3 hours. It might be either side of that, but for a magical period of time, it was available on Amazon Prime.
Really?
Person, I'm not going to call them an idiot, all right, but some person put it up on Amazon Prime for 3 hours on the day of its theatrical release as a mistake. And Amazon didn't realize it for a little while, and then it got taken down. But as soon as
$10
it's gone
says
up
it wasn't
online,
an accident.
well, man,
That's marketing 101 right
You
there. You
reckon?
you give them a sneak peek, and then enough people see it, and you get the buzz going for free. It's free advertisement. 3 hours. How many people are going to see it? And how about the people that saw it and it shut off? You're like, yeah, you saw it, you got it. Good.
Okay, so I saved myself some cash. Okay, so I did see it at home.
That's awesome.
Well, as it were, home video, but not in my home, as it were.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because it was kind of late in the day, and it was I'll tell you off air. Anyway.
Oh.
So
okay.
Anyway, so I was alerted by someone who shouldn't have been alerting me to it. So there we go. Anyway, so so I saw it. And now I've been quite down on our Jace of late.
Yeah, so have I.
You have quite well. You've been down on him longer than I have. Yeah. So I like the
keep
Beekeeper.
swimming.
I know you did. Yeah. Well, quite. Yeah. We both like Trench 1 and 2. As it were. Sorry, Meg.
The Meg.
Yeah. College nicknames aside.
Oh,
so we both like the Meg movies 1 and 2. I like Beekeeper. You didn't, which I get.
No.
Perfectly understandably. But then I think you didn't. You then stopped there, didn't you? I don't think you've seen a Statham film since, have you?
No,
you haven't seen Shelter, and you haven't seen A Working Man.
No, I haven't seen those two. But what was the last one I did see? I saw something recently.
I mean, we saw Wrath of Man, but that was before these.
That was before.
That was the bank robbery one, which is great.
Yeah.
And then there was, and I think, did you see Operation Fortune, Rudiger? You might have seen that as well. Another Guy Ritchie. He's good in that as well.
Yeah.
But I think that might have been the last, and then the Meg movies, I think, and then the Beekeeper was the last one I think you saw.
Yeah, I thought I saw something after the Beekeeper that I was like, okay, that wasn't as bad, but it's still, there was one in there that I did see. I'd have to look it up.
Okay. Well, no, fair enough. Okay. Well, and I've been quite down on him of late. I like the Beekeeper. I did not like A Working Man, and I did not enjoy Shelter either. I didn't buy Working Man. I think I watched that on Prime and thought it was crap personally. And then I watched Shelter, which I did buy on Blu-ray. It wasn't on 4K, if I remember rightly. And it started all right and then very quickly kind of went off a cliff and was not great. It's not terrible, but it's not good. Just more formulaic stuff. Yeah. So I approached this with a degree of trepidation. And I'd seen the trailers. The trailers are Red Band trailers. And they look gory and they look nice and violent and gritty. And I thought, okay, I'm interested in this. Yeah. And the person that alerted me to this then being available knew that, I think, and so alerted me to this. And so I went in with some trepidation, and I put it on, thinking, well, actually, I've saved myself some money here, and that way, if this is as crap as the others, I won't have to buy it. It'll be fine. So I'm pleased to report, this is not bad. Actually, this is pretty good. It is very formulaic. It's
That's
90
huge
minutes.
Praise for a Statham movie right now. It's not bad.
I know. I know. Damning with faint praise again. But this is 90 minutes. It's lean and mean. It is formulaic. It is cliched out the wazoo.
Yeah.
But actually,
it's the Nickelback of Statham movies. Okay.
Yeah. Well, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. And so I enjoyed this. And what we have then is we have Jason Statham. You might as well just call him that. You don't need his character name. He is, I think it's Cole Reed. But anyway, so he is working as a bodyguard for a Thai businessman who runs a shipping firm, and at the beginning something happens, and Jace has to go on a rip-roaring rampage of revenge. Surprise, surprise. Jace, as we've come to know, right?
Yeah. Friend of the show, Jace.
Yeah, quite well, Jace, yes, indeed. Although I do know someone that knows his wife very well and told me some very interesting stories about Jason. I'm not telling those on air, right? We'll get sued. Okay, but there's some fun stories.
You've told me them.
I have. Yeah. Awesome. Anyway, really cool. So anyway,
and we've heard from other friends of the show. Oh yeah.
They're very funny. Anyway,
he's an interesting fella.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, nothing bad about him, but it's just
nothing bad. Great. He's just that kind of guy, to the point that, I mean, he seems like one of those guys that would, of all Hollywood people, and I've been told this by a couple of people, like he'd be literally like, if you just caught him, he would do this show. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, yeah, sure, whatever.
No worries. Absolutely. Yeah, quite. Absolutely. Yeah. He does seem to be that kind of guy. Yeah. So anyway, so he then goes off on this rip-roaring rampage.
Someday.
Which takes him
Tune into this year's 25-hour show.
Yeah. 26 with Staith. He finds himself on a ship, and things go awry, and I was going to say Die Hard on a ship, but that's called Under Siege. So this is Die Hard on a container ship. So it's a different kind of ship, and we'll call this Mutiny. And it is exactly as it sounds. You've got bad guys on the boat. They've got guns. Why? I don't know. They have. And he's got to fight his way through them all. There is quite a funny moment where someone does say to him towards the end, "How many men were on this boat?" And he sort of says something, and you're like, "Yeah, that's quite funny." Okay, fine. It's just kind of silly.
Like they just keep coming. Like you don't have to. You don't have to reload the weapon, and the bad guys just keep pouring out.
It
Clown car.
Is quite funny when they remind him of the number of them. But the fights are good, and I've been quite down on his fighting recently. It looked to me like it was all he was getting a bit old, but he looks like he's really put some effort into this. There is blood and guts aplenty. There are some wince-inducing injuries, and some stuff he does with knives, and memorably a kind of a fish hook, which will have you going, "Ooh, yuck." Ooh. Okay, fine, yeah. But I did enjoy it, and the 90 minutes flew by. And at the end of it, I remember thinking, "Do you know what? Yeah, that was all right." And I look forward to seeing that again. I'll get the 4K disc when it lands, and I'll look forward to rewatching it. And I can't say that about Shelter, and I wouldn't say it about Working Man. I thought this was okay. I do feel sorry for the distributors. I feel sorry for the poor people, because I think this is one of those where it was pre-sales, where they shoot the movie, or they get a certain amount of money, they shoot it and then sell it to various distributors. And I feel a bit sorry for those poor people who have invested in this, and it then get leaked on Amazon, and then everyone, a bit like me, then can see it for nothing. So I do feel a bit sorry for them. But it does mean, though, that I will buy the disc, which I probably wouldn't have done had I not seen it. So that's something at least. I think it's all right. I think it's worth seeing, and I think it'll be a really decent home theater experience when we get the disc, because this was all right, and it's squelchy and icky, and it's got lots of guns going off and all that sort of stuff. So this is better than it had any right to be, and certainly better than most recent Statham offerings. So,
I almost saw it. I almost saw it. Okay. I almost went to the theater to see it. I thought I was going to get some time to go to the theater, and I was looking for something to see, and I was like, oh, it's not it's obviously not playing in the X Plus theater. They're still doing Spider-Man in there and whatever new release they're splitting with. And I was really looking forward to it, because I was like, oh, I might get I love Statham, so it's not like, Beekeeper was bad, but it's like, I'll try again. And the formula is great. I know it's formulaic, it's entertaining, so it's up on Kaleidoscape for pre-sale for $30. So I haven't bought it yet, but but if it, I wish I had known it was on Amazon. I definitely would have taken it in, but yeah, it's it looks fun. It looks fun. Like
it genuinely is a lot better. As I said, don't get me wrong. It is absolutely cliched all day long. There's nothing in this you haven't seen before. But it is done with some, eye for action and some tension-ish. Yeah. But it's good. The bad guys are bad. He's good. Lots of violence ensues. What is there not to like?
Yeah. Good guys, bad guys, lots of action. What more do you want in your theater? You know,
Hells yeah, yeah. And that is about as succinct a review as you could give this, I think.
there you go. All right. I have a timestamp for this week that I hope will be convincing you of potentially starting this, because I can't tell you how excited I am about this show, and I talked about it was the title last week, so let's get to it. So this is week 2, episode 2 of Lanterns on HBO Max. I did look it up. So, and this is, I'm loving this show. Absolutely loving the story. I'm loving what they're doing here. As I said last week, I think this could potentially be like what Iron Man was to the MCU, like not an unknown character, but why would you expect this character to be as big in the MCU, or now with the DCU with Lanterns here? This is really, really well done. The story is great. It's an adult, themed story. But the home theater part of it is what brought me back to it again this week. And it's like so I have the, HBO Max, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and they have a scene in this one that it's not the scene from Tenet where the trains are going on either side. It's not as great as that, but I did think of that scene while watching this, and it's episode 2, 20 minutes into the, episode 2 called Trust Fall, 20 minutes into it, and you can see here it's what's his name?
Aaron Pierre.
Aaron Pierre. There we go. Yep. So that's him you see there, but he is running down the street, and he's running against traffic. He is running as a man. He's not Green Lantern powers. He's just running down the street, and the cars whizzing by him. Depending on the camera shot, you're getting the sounds. Like, so the guy that's chasing him, I think, is in this particular scene here. Let me see if I can load that up. It's not loading, but it went to the other picture. So, okay, great. So it ruined the poster behind me. But anyways, so computer's screwing up. But anyways, so the camera is taking different angles. You see here on the screen that he's running at the camera. So the cars are going by him in one way, but then another time the camera shot goes from behind him, and now the cars are coming at you instead of going by you. And the sound is changing with that. All the while in this story, there is a he conjures a what's the word? Not conjures. What is it? The lanterns do? I forget the word. It's
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but he renders
they envisage it. They bring it.
Right. So he does a bird, and his instruction in the episode is to keep that bird, but now he doesn't have the ring, so that's pertinent to the story, but you'll see. But why I'm mentioning that bird is throughout the episode, you hear, like, is the bird alive? And you'll hear in the back corner of the room. You're like, oh, phew, it's alive. Okay, cool. And it's like, but the bird, all through the action, all this stuff's going on, and you'll hear the birds like come through the screen, and he goes around the room. It is really cool. It is really cool. But the audio on this is so much fun. It's definitely, it's worth checking out. But Steve, what I wanted to try to convince you is, I said this last week, I think to John, and I've told everybody about it off air that I've been talking to about the show, is so HBO typically they'll drop these on Kaleidoscape with like 2 or 3 episodes left, right? And I usually finish those seasons through Kaleidoscape. So like the Dragon one that just did, it's like, say, like, so like the last 3 episodes, so the night they all drop on HBO Max on Sunday night. You don't get it on Kaleidoscape until the next day. So I'd always wait till the next day anyways and watch it through Kaleidoscape. This is the first show that has been done that I've been like, and I did that with, I said it with Last of Us. Remember that did it through that. This is the first one where I as soon as this drops, I am binging it to catch up. I want to rewatch this entire show. I watched this episode twice. It is that to me, it is that good. It's so entertaining. The chemistry between these two in the two, lanterns, if you will, is great. I really think you'll love it. I really do. It's like the sarcasm, the story, the way it's the mystery. It's a true detective type show.
Okay.
It's really, really well done. And you have the whole lantern lore playing in the background of this like true detective type show. Definitely worth checking out.
So Jordan just says Lantern's been awesome so far. DJ, the word you're thinking of is manifested.
I'm not even sure if that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm
not sure it's manifested. I know what you're saying. It's like there's so many words for it's like maybe it is. I'm trying to. I thought it began.
So
with
are you saying,
C,
DJ? Are you saying to me, don't wait for the disc, see it now?
Yes, I'm saying see it now because when the disc comes out, you're gonna want to watch it again anyways.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like because that's how I feel about it right now. It's like, and I never did that in the past. What I would do is once it drops, I would just watch the rest of them on that. I'm going back and I'm like, as soon as it drops, I'm like, episode 1, episode 2, wherever, and get me up to speed. So then I'll watch it again because I can't get enough of this. I can't. It's really well done.
Okay, man.
Very
all right.
exciting.
Well, I can do that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not, I'm not the biggest DC guy. I've never read the comics. So, I know very little about Green Lantern other than what was in Superman and obviously the Ryan Reynolds extravaganza. So I don't know a lot about the character, but
I think that'll help you too.
And I do like these two. I do like these guys. The both actors are great. And I've enjoyed other stuff. I mean, and by the way, again, Aaron Pierre, I watched Rebel Ridge this week.
He's
again,
awesome.
I did not know he was English.
I know. That's
absolutely
funny.
did not know he was British, but we know someone who's worked with him. Who sent us the link to the work that they did. Yeah. And said he was a really good guy. But I did not, when I watched that, listening to him with an English accent was weird.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. I did not know he was British at all. So that just shows how good he is.
Yeah.
And especially with Rebel Ridge, where of course he only dropped into it when John Boyega left it a couple of weeks before filming. He walked in literally at the desk.
Is that how that happened?
Yeah. John Boyega was due to do it, walked off, created differences, and Aaron Pierre stepped in, but he was born to play that role. So there we go. Happy accidents.
Yeah. And he's fantastic in this. He is definitely Jon Stewart. Like if you know Jon Stewart from the comics and you see like he just embodies him. It's like even just seeing him on screen, I'm like, I didn't read. I'm more Hal Jordan myself growing up, and it's like, but I did like Jon Stewart because Jon Stewart was the one that was an artist, and that piqued my interest when Jon Stewart came to be in. I think it was the '90s. I think. And you were like, oh, he's an artist. So he's the one, he's using his imagination to do this and draw these things. And it's like artist, architect, all of that stuff, which is what, when I was in school, I was an artist, wanted to be an architect, but I was horrible with math. So every time I went and said that to any advisor, they were like, you can't do math. Like, you can draw a building, but it's going to fall over. Oh, okay. Isn't that why you have engineers, though?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, Michael Brady did the Powder Puff one. That I don't know how many math was in that architect thing. But yeah. So like I related to Jon Stewart that way, and it's like, but in this one here, it's like he just looks like the character that I always saw drawn. And it's so great, and it's yeah.
Okay, well, I will not wait then. I will. I'll see this then ASAP. Okay. Yeah. Normally I just wait, but that's fine. Works for me.
All righty.
Okay.
All right. So, what do you got?
I'm just trying to think. Yeah. Do you know what Mike is mentioning in the chat something? And in fairness to him, he's mentioned
What's that?
Mike Piantadosi. Mortal Kombat 2. Can we deal with that?
Oh, you didn't. We hadn't done that one. I thought
no,
you did.
You did. We did it theatrically. You did this Kaleidoscape one.
Yep.
Now I've seen the 4K disc, and Mike has been asking for weeks about this, and so I've now. Yeah, you're right. You got to
Oh, there it
there
is.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do this
why.
quite quickly because looking at the time. In fact, I could probably do two quite quickly, that one next to the other, actually.
Yeah. So
All
here we
right.
go.
So, Mike, your wish is our command.
There you go.
And also, we did talk the theatrical one, and Deej did talk the Kaleidoscape version. So this is now the 4K disc. I'll do this quick. 4K UHD, Dolby Atmos. I saw this in IMAX in theaters. We talked about it. It was a new theater, new IMAX experience, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really good. So came to this expecting very good things because Deej had said it was great, and a lot of other people had said it was really good. And I bought the 4K disc when it came out, and I sat down to watch this August 14th, I think, or 13th. And I thoroughly enjoyed the movie again. The funny thing was, I enjoyed it in theaters, front to back, right from the beginning. I must have just been in the mood to just enjoy it. When this started the second time, I was about 15 to 20 minutes in, and I was sort of thinking, ooh, this is a bit cheesy and a bit, it's not quite as fun as I remember. And it took me a little while to get into the flow of it second time round, but I did. And when I did, it was great. And I had a really, really good time with it. It just took a little bit longer to vibe with it this time. But I did enjoy it, and I recommend it. Now, in terms of the home theater, so the video is very, very nice indeed. Razor sharp, beautiful colors, looks great. All the stuff in hell that you see, it just looks amazing. All the kind of the HDR, and it's beautiful. The fight with Kung Lao and Liu Kang is just, with all the blue and everything else, looks three-dimensional as anything. You know, I mean, it's a beautiful looking movie. Warner's disc, it's going to be. And the audio is awesome. Now, it starts off, I think, initially, right at the very, very beginning, I think it starts off evoking the 90s kind of video game mood. So it's a bit front heavy right at the very, very beginning when you get the titles. And I must admit, I thought, ooh, okay, this sounds a bit weird. But then I realized what it was. But then very, very quickly, it goes into it. And I mean, a couple of standout sequences for me. There is a fight between Sonya Blade and Sindel in a room where spikes are coming up from the floor. And they are coming all around the room. Whilst they're fighting, you get all the kind of sonic booms and all this stuff. But you also keep hearing the spikes coming out of the ground all the way around the room, which I thought was really fun. And then the fight between Liu Kang and Kung Lao, again, as I mentioned, because Kung Lao's got the hat, you can see it in the picture there, that he can throw around, and that thing is like Cap's shield. So it moves right around the room, and it comes front to back and left to right and up and over, and then you get the flames that Liu Kang can throw and all that. That is the demo sequence of a lot of very good sequences for me. That's the one that you could bring someone in and go, check this out. That's a particularly good sequence in a movie filled with them. It's really, really good. It's a Warner's disc, looks and sounds amazing, really fun movie, no brainer. Haven't seen it, see the first one, like that, get this one. You'll really enjoy it. I thought it was really, really good. So there we go.
You definitely have to have the mindset, though, for sure.
Yeah, and it did take me that little while. I don't know why, because I'd already seen it, but it genuinely did take me 15 to 20 minutes
all the movies we've been doing, like especially with our WW11 series, that they're all like serious, right? And then you jump back into something fun like this, and you're like, oh my god, where's the like? This isn't very well grounded. What is this going on here? What's going, And you're like, oh wait a minute, I gotta turn my brain off for a second. It's the same with like He-Man. You got to do the same thing with that. It's like,
but that's awesome.
So is this. This was awesome. It's fun. Masters of the Universe is a whole other class of its own. Yep.
But then, having said that about seriousness, I can do one more quick one if you want, Deej, as well, which is next to it.
All right.
Next to it, which is another video game one, which I watched the following day. So it's 2 video games, one after the other movies.
There we go. Let me drop that in there.
So this was literally, I watched Mortal Kombat 2 in the afternoon, and then early the next morning I watched this.
Here we go.
Which I don't think we've talked about on this show at all, DJ.
At all?
No, I don't think we have. So this is the Super, and that's straight from the screen, Deej, and that is a very good representation of the color you get in this movie. So this is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. 4K UHD, Dolby Atmos, Universal Disc. And yeah, do you know what? This is a fantastic home theater experience. Do not think, oh, it's a kids movie, or don't think, oh, it's a video game movie. This is home theater heaven in a disc. I like the first one.
The first one was a great home theater experience.
Yeah,
too.
it was, but it wasn't perfect. It didn't have some of the videos.
Oh, this one's perfect. Oh, okay.
Pretty much there. Yeah. The movie is it's the game.
So we got Darkest Hour and Super Mario Bros. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. We're nothing if not a broad church.
Yes, exactly.
What'd
you do with a broad church? What?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So this has the movie is just the games. It's just a hodgepodge of all the different Mario games, all squished in together. The story is very incidental, even more so than the last one, but it's still a lot of fun. But the reason to get this and to see this is very definitely the HT experience. It is phenomenal. Like I said, the first one I thought was really, really good, but it's not got a candle to this. It is crazy sharp, ludicrously colorful. I mean, there are colors on the screen in this that there's one sequence where there's a character coming to the planet that Mario and Luigi and Yoshi are on. And as it's coming, the precursor to the arrival of this thing are sort of rainbow sort of shooting stars, right? And they're all coming at the screen, and they go up and they go over. And as they're coming towards you, just about every color you can imagine, and quite a few you can't, are coming at the screen at once. The screen is literally full of changing colors. It's fantastic. And blew me away. It really did. I mean, it looks absolutely incredible. And that's, so you think, right, okay, great. But then the audio as well is awesome. There is at the beginning, there is an attack, a kind of tripod robot creature thing attacks a princess with some stars that are supposed to be little kids. And each time that the sort of the leg of this tripod lands, you get a thud in the bass, real rumble, proper rumble. And that kind of bass goes on and on and on, and you get all these kinds of things. You get ships racing around, you get, things blowing up, you get fireballs being thrown, and the bass is really strong, way more than you'd expect from a movie like this. I think this is actually reference audio and video. Ooh. And the last one wasn't. This, not quite. This one is all day long. And DJ, I know you're not a big animated movie fan of these kinds of things, like generally, but it's worth, if you like the first one, it is well worth seeing this. And I think you'll be very, very good man. There it is. How much was that?
Did.
Hey, good man. How much was it?
$24.99.
Okay, so yeah, not bad, man. Yeah. But it's well worth it. It really is. I think you'll love this. And I
like the first one. I remember some, I think it was Mikey Schramm was talking about it, and it got me same like what you were just saying. And I remember, I thought there was like some really good bass in that one, like reference bass.
When Donkey Kong was kind of jumping around. Yeah, you got some, but the video quality.
Well, maybe that was the other, the cube, not cube. What was that? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of what was the other animated one? The Sega video game one.
Animated?
Yeah, it was. I think it was actually live action animation.
Sonic. You're not thinking Sonic.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sonic. That's the Sonic one I think that Mikey was saying was really awesome. Yeah, but Mario, I saw the first Mario and I thought it was good. So
it is good. It was good, but it wasn't referenced.
This one's perfect.
This one is.
Okay.
Yeah, this one, honestly, you will be blown away by this. And there's all kinds of little details in the animation, little things going on. And there's a sequence in a casino which has got kind of anti-gravity, and in the background there's just millions of different characters all going, doing things, and it's all there, and you can see all that, and it's almost sensory overload, because it's a bit like Ready Player One. You're trying to see all the different characters you remember from all the various Mario games and Nintendo generally, because it's not just Mario characters in this. There are other Nintendo characters in it. one of which is particularly cool. So yeah, it's really, really good. This is an easy recommend. If you've got kids that are going to want to watch it as well, then so much the better. But it doesn't need to be, it's an awesome experience in and of itself. So cool. Yeah, I mean, they're asking in the chat if it's better than Speed Racer. For reasons mentioned previously, I'm not a fan of Speed Racer. I'm not watching that film again. So I don't have the 4K disc of that. So I can't compare them. What I can tell you is this is awesome.
See, I would probably like this story better than Speed Racer. I'm not a huge Speed Racer person. I love that home theater experience. That was bright. It was everything that I imagine this is going to be. But yeah, I'll check it out.
I'll be really curious to see what you make of it. I think you'll be very pleased with this. It's just the colors are bananas.
I'll try to get it in.
But again,
I mean, you're talking, Super Mario and Saving Private Ryan.
Well, there's a double bill.
Yeah, that is a weird double feature right there. I guess if you go in alphabetical, Saving Private Ryan, Super Mario.
There you go. It's an appetite.
Terminator comes after that. Underworld. There you go. We're going alphabetical right through.
No, yeah, let's not go there. Having seen that recently again in 4K.
There's a fun game. You got to do the next letter. So I did Underworld. What's the movie that comes after that? Go to the next letter.
V for Vendetta.
Oh, okay. What's after V?
W.
X. Is it? Waterworld.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
X. Ooh. X-Men.
Jeez. I'm like, what are you doing?
I was thinking for a minute. No.
I was like, X-Men. I got Youngblood. Why?
Oh. Z. Zoolander.
Apocalypse Now.
The Beast.
Cat People.
Dog Soldiers.
Dog. Oh my God.
Or The Descent. Same.
There you go. F. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm stumping.
You missed E. You missed E.
Oh, E?
Yeah.
Oh, E.T.
So F will be mine. Falling Down.
There you go. Oh God. Uh-oh. I was doing so good. Oh my God. G-Force.
Oh, whoa, God. You went to guinea pigs. House of the Dragon.
Invincible.
Ooh. Oh man. Okay. Oh man, I'm Black Jones. Can I have Indiana Jones?
Kill Bill.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Monty Python's Holy Grail.
Oh man, I'm stuck on N.
I know.
And Nobody.
I got you can't. No. I thought I had one. It's tough. Oh man. Oh brother, where art thou?
Oh, Pressure. Now you're stuffed.
Quigley Down Under.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can have that. All right. Revenge. Now we're back to where we were.
We're back to where we started. So we went through.
We did it.
There we go. We went through the alphabet. That was great. Oh my God. It's time. I was like Clockwork Orange. Nope.
That doesn't begin with an X.
You X. Oh man. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, that's a fun game. I like that one.
That was fun. We used to do that with hockey players too. You do it, and the other one is like you'd have to do the first letter of the title, and then the next person has to do the last letter of the next one. So like if I said Zoolander, I'd have to do, obviously I start with Zoolander and you have to do an R and then whatever whatever you do. So you could do it that way, but going through the alphabet, that was fun. But
talk about pressure.
Yeah. Oh, big fun
Right.
there. Big fun there. Wow,
There
way
we
to
go.
wind down the show. And I'm all
Yeah,
wound up.
wait till the end when we're tired, and then start going right now.
I think we did all right.
Yeah, man, we did it. We got through it.
Oh, yeah. Overlord. There you go. Good call. Yeah.
Zardos. That's
Not
got
once
an
did I
accent,
look
isn't
at the
it?
chat. Did you ever look at the chat?
No,
I
I
forgot I
didn't
couldn't
dare.
even do that.
Yeah, I didn't dare.
Oh,
I mean, I
yeah.
was gonna bring up
Oblivion for O. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my A to Z, app, but I didn't dare look at that either.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I was just the best I could
that's
do
one for
was
next time.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, man, that could be fun.
Oh wow. Mm-hmm. Outlander, yeah. Outlander was another one. Outland, yeah. Oh, that was fun. All right. All right. All right. Now I know how to end the stream. Everybody knows that, right?
Oh yeah.
So, all right, another week down. Next week, we have to do it on Monday next week because I fly out Tuesday to Cedia.
Oh yeah, Monday should be. In fact, Monday is fine. It's a bank holiday here, and I'm not on call, so we can start that whenever it works for you.
Yeah. So, but definitely, I figured we could get Monday in. I fly out Tuesday morning. So we'll get the show in, and then hopefully we'll be doing some stuff like we did in the past from Cedia. Because Cedia this year, they moved it up a couple of days. So we fly out Tuesday. So in the past, it was, the show hours, or the show days were Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And now they moved it to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's all done after that. So everybody's home for the weekend. So.
And this time around, you're going to have your very own documentary filmmaker accompany you.
Yes, I am. So we have last year's 25-hour raffle winner. Paul is joining me. He's flying out.
Who won the right to film you in Cedia.
Yeah. Yeah, that is not a requirement. He's doing that out of the goodness in his heart. So, that wasn't part of the requirement. So, so very interesting. A lot of fun. Been talking to Todd. Very excited to get out there. Todd busy, from AV Nirvana. He's busy, of course. He's like the past every year that I've gone, we've made plans to meet for lunch. Only one year did we make it, and we didn't make it. And this year he's like, we're not even going to plan it. I can't do it. So we will see each other. We run into each other and stuff like that. We'll see each other in there. So.
We'll tell him I said hello. Give him a cuddle from me.
But will do. But yeah, so really looking forward to that. Some big rooms this year again. But it's always fun. It's always a blast. So it'll be fun taking Paul out. So yeah. So I'm sure Paul will have plenty to report back. And then hopefully we can keep doing that every year. We'll see. So drink lots of exactly. Drink lots of water when you get out there, altitude, all that. I drink lots of water anyway. But all right, that will do it. But yes, thank you to everybody in the chat. Lively chat again. Numbers were great. Seeing that. I didn't. Sorry about the hiccup at the beginning with my internet, but I didn't shut us down, so we're good there.
No, it's all good.
And thanks to all our patrons. We actually picked up a new patron today. Let me see. Let's see if I can find it. I just saw that as I was sitting down. Patreon, where did it go? Yeah. Where did it go? I saw it earlier. Oh, well. I'm sorry. But I had it, but thank you to the new patron, the newest patron.
You know who you are.
Where did it go? Yeah, you know who you are. And if you don't, there it is. Nick Allen. So Nick Allen.
Cheers, Nick.
So thank you very much. I'm sure Paul after the trip will be thanking the patrons too, because it's the patrons that are helping pay, for him to go. So thank you to all the patrons. Keep that going. I really appreciate that. It's a huge help to run this show. And things are getting tight with everything going on I have going on. So, any money can help, believe me. So, but yes, thank you very much to everybody for all the support, whether monetarily or just the support that you guys give us in the chat and everything like that. It's great. So, let me find the thing. Where did it go? I don't know. There we go. So nothing ever goes smoothly. But all right, till next week, which is a Monday now. So now, till next Monday, you know what you got to do.
Go push play.
What he said.
That's right.
Hey, Fred.
This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.